Welcome to this week's Word of the Week, and this week our word is key signature. A key signature is a symbol at the start of every line of written out sheet music that tells us which notes we need to play as sharps or as flats. So to understand what a key signature is, we do need to get our head around what a key is. Now a key is the combination of notes used together. It might be a major key or a minor key, and effectively you can tell the key from the scale that's being used. So here, as we've seen many times before, we've got a major scale, in this case C major. So let's have a listen to that. And you can see here that it's all on the white notes of the piano. There are no black notes at all. And you can see that even in the sheet music here, where we haven't got any sharps or flats, any accidentals whatsoever written next to any of the notes. If we were then to take C major and push it up a whole tone so that it becomes a D major scale, it would look something like this. And you can see from that every note has been moved up a full tone. Rather than just a semitone, it's gone up 2 keys of a piano so that it's actually a whole tone higher. And in the music notation, you'll notice there's an F sharp and a C sharp now. In the same way that on our piano roll here, you can see the 3rd degree of the scale, the mediant, is on the black F sharp note, and the 7th degree, the leading note, is on the C sharp there, the black C sharp. Now, if we didn't do that to include the sharps, the F sharp and the C sharp, we'd end up with what we call a mode. So in this example, you can see that the 3rd degree doesn't have a sharp and the 7th degree doesn't have a sharp. And what we'll do in this video is we will push down each of the 3rd and the 7th in the piano roll so you can hear the difference. Let's have a listen to that. So you can see that it's actually got a minor feel to it because you've got an F natural, which would be D minor, and that's not at all what we wanted to achieve. And you can change the key of any piece of music as long as you acknowledge the right number of sharps and flats in the key, and then you can sing a song in a higher or a lower key or play a piece in a higher or lower key, and it will always sound right as long as you acknowledge your sharps and flats, which you can do very easily through the key signature. Now, for your GCSE, you need to know key signatures that have up to and including 4 sharps or 4 flats. So the first one is really easy. It's when you have no sharps or flats, and we'd call that C major or A minor. Then for our sharp keys, we've got 4 here. We've got G major, D major, A major, and E major. Or if we were to take the minor versions, they would be E minor, B minor, F sharp minor, and C sharp minor. To understand the link between these 2 different keys, you might want to go and have a look back at our video on tonality and scales. And then for flats, we've got F major or D major for 1 flat. For 2 flats, we've got B flat major or G minor. For E flat major or C minor, we've got 3 flats. And when you've got 4 flats, it's A flat major or F minor. Now there is a trick to be able to figure these out very quickly. For sharp, if you find the last sharp in your key signature, so if I was with D major here, find the last sharp, and we've got C sharp. If you go a semitone higher than that, you've got D. So always finding the last sharp and thinking a semitone higher will tell you what major key you've got, so D major. For an E major, you can see that the last sharp is D sharp, so a semitone higher than D sharp is E. It works every time. The difference is when you've got a flat, whereas in F major you simply have to know that. There's no trick for knowing F major, but once you get to 2 or more flats, you can look at the penultimate flat. Penultimate means second to last. So here B flat is the penultimate flat, so it's B flat major. E flat is the penultimate flat, and here A flat is the penultimate flat. So that's our word of the week, key signatures, a symbol to let you know which notes to play as sharps or flats.